BRUCAST is back, baby.
Yeah.
So if you got caught with like a small amount, it wouldn't be like a problem that much, but it was forbidden.
So what's the deal now? You can own cannabis. You can smoke cannabis, weed, at your place, and that's it, right? That's the new law. You cannot sell it. So
No, you cannot sell it, but I think there is also the thing that you can grow plants, but I think it's like a limitation like of 4 or 5 plants, but I haven't looked at it like that much because I don't smoke weed.
who gonna check that? Like not the fact that you smoke weed.
Yeah.
But,
My mom.
I mean, who gonna check? That's what I mean. Who gonna check how many plants you're planting at home? Like, there's a weed police. Hey, open the door. Let's see how many.
I don't know. I really don't know how they're gonna regulate it, but that's what I heard.
Yeah. But to be honest, for many years here in Germany, like, you just walk on the street and you smell it, right?
Yeah.
The police doesn't give a shit.
Especially in Berlin.
Oh, especially
you live there too. It's like you go 2 meters and you smell it.
I was half of the time high in Berlin, just going to work, you know.
Yeah. It's very bad in Berlin. Yeah.
What are you talking about? You love Berlin.
Yeah, but I hate the smell of weed, so that's not very good.
No, it's not. Yeah. Oh man, Berlin. What a city.
Yes.
The very first time I went to Berlin, I was like, oh, it's the capital. Everything gonna be clean and wonderful. First thing that I see.
Wrong.
What?
You guessed wrong.
Totally, completely wrong. First time I see, like 8 in the morning as I get out of the trains, like this couple dressed up as drag queens, completely drunk and singing and said, welcome to Berlin, Bruno.
Yeah, I think Berlin is very different from the other capitals of Europe.
Yeah.
That's what I hear from 4-Agers,
Mm-hmm.
that they always used to say like, yeah, Madrid is so nice, blah, 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 it's so nice, but like Berlin is crazy. But I really like Berlin. It's a good city.
It's good. I mean, I have a lot of friends in Berlin. I work and lived in Berlin for many years. I love the people that I met there. But it's a city for partying. But the way I see it, like the way I perceive it, it's a good city if you want to party, if you want to find yourself, and and then use drugs that we were talking about. So the perfect place for using drugs if you love techno music.
Yes.
And leather clothing.
Yes, also.
And kebab in the street.
Also, very many people that are queer come to Berlin because it's like the most openly city, I think, in Germany that comes to your mind. Right?
Of course, yes. So I met people from all around the world in Berlin. I met people from Taiwan, from China, from Hungary, from Brazil, from France, like all around the world.
Yes.
It's amazing. I love it. I
that.
had a great time there, but it's not a city that I see myself living for the rest of my life. And because of those reasons that I just met, it's just too much.
Yeah, I can totally understand that, but I do.
And when I mean too much, it's like, it's cool for a while, but not for the rest of your life. And when I mean too much, I also mean the rent.
Yeah, that's a big problem for me too. That's why I moved back to Gütersloh, right?
If you could, you would live in Berlin.
Yes, I'm very sorry for moving away from Berlin. But like, I became a single mother, and the place where I used to live I couldn't afford, so I would have to search for a new flat and like go ask anyone in the whole country to find a flat in Berlin. Is like almost impossible. Sometimes you have to wait 1 to 3 years to find a flat.
I had to pay a bribe to get my flat.
Yeah, that's also very common, and
they
are very high also.
Yeah.
And then I would have to leave the Kiez I was living in, like the how do you say Kiez? Is it called districts?
District, yeah.
Yeah,
Neighborhood district.
Yeah. And
which district you lived?
I lived in Steglitz-Zehlendorf, and it's like one of the more expensive ones. So I couldn't afford it. And I didn't want to leave it because if I had to go to the cheaper ones, I wouldn't want to live there with my kid.
Yeah.
Like in the neighborhoods I could afford. So like the best option for me was to go back to my family, which is very good at supporting me now.
Mhm.
So like they look after the kid and stuff. So that's very helpful for me. Yeah, that's why I moved. But otherwise, I wouldn't have moved. I really loved Berlin. Bruno's speechless. You have to beware.
No.
You're gonna lose subscribers if you say something bad about Berlin.
I'm not saying anything bad about Berlin. I think it's a great city. It's just not for me, not in the long term.
Yeah. Gütersloh is so much prettier.
Yeah, yes. No.
We all love Gütersloh, yeah.
It's different. It's a different type of city. So Gütersloh, it's a very, so for those who are listening, it's like completely opposite.
Yes.
It's like a small town full of old people.
Yeah.
A lot of old people.
And many farmers here in the area.
Many farmers and
but also many industrial workers. Like you have like Miele and Klaas, Bertelsmann.
Miele,
Yeah,
yes.
there are many big companies here. So yeah, I think the people in Gütersloh have a good lifestyle. You know, they are they are not poor, they are not rich, they are good in the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think many people here have a good life.
Oh man, you're triggering me now. I'm having flashbacks. 1 hour of train to go to work, 1 hour train to go back from Berlin. Oh. How'd you like that?
Just search for something that's more near.
Yeah, I paid twice. Okay, getting triggered. But it was a great city. Like one thing that I really enjoy Berlin. We were talking about art earlier. Man,
Yeah.
so many art galleries.
Yes.
Every weekend I would just go to a different art gallery
And
with my
also
friends.
so good street arts there.
Street art, street food.
Yeah.
Like all of those things are amazing. We
Yeah.
don't have any of this.
And
like
so many
concerts.
cultures. Like
cultures,
if you
yeah.
go here, like you mostly see like German artists, but if you go to
Yeah.
Berlin, you can have everything.
Yeah, everything.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Do you know the Antwort?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was at a concert in Berlin.
Really?
Yes. Have you been also there?
Yeah. So it's 2018 or something?
Yeah, did you see a pregnant wife? That was me.
So what? It was you? I remember.
I was pregnant then.
So you went to a concert with
Yeah.
your son. He just don't know about it.
Yes.
He was born already rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So one thing that we also want to talk about is about being a mom, right? It's one of the topics that you also would like to share a little bit more. So we already know that your son has a good taste in music from the beginning.
Yes.
Tell us more, like your experience as a single mother.
So it's a very tough thing. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Please don't become single parents.
I cannot really.
So I didn't plan on becoming it. You know, I was in a partnership. I was married, and like things didn't turn out that good. So I had to leave the relationship, and it was like also the best decision in my life, but also like the worst. So like it's so stressful having everything on my plate. Like it's not. So I have ADHD. I struggle with my own life, you know, and now I have to look for my kid, and I have to coordinate everything about my kid. I have to like take him to the kindergarten, go give him like the application for the schools, search for good schools, all that stuff you have to like do with kids. I don't know. And not only that, because I'm a single mother and I work in a pharmacy 20 hours a week. So I always have to like look for someone who can take care of the kid if I'm working or if I want to do something. Like people always joke, if you are a parent, you have to ask your parents again to go out, because you need someone that looks over for the kids. And it's not like I have to look for myself. I have to coordinate everything with Nico. I have to coordinate things with his father. I have to coordinate things with my parents and with my sister and my brother. So like at worst, I need to call at least 4 people to find someone who can look after my kid. And maybe if it don't work out, I have to cancel my own plans or say I can't come to work or something like that. So there is really a lot going on in my head always. And that is very exhausting. I think if you're in a partnership, you have like a little bit support or more support, depends on how involved the other part is, but you always have like someone you come home to in the evening. You can talk about things and they help to organize things or stuff. And I don't have that. I'm always alone with all these thoughts, and I always have to organize everything by myself, which is a real struggle for me with the neurodivergence. So that makes it extra hard for me. And yeah.
Aren't nannies a thing here in Germany?
They are very expensive.
They're very expensive, okay.
So, like, if it would be very overwhelming, I could go to the Jugendamt.
Jugendamt, okay.
So that's the place that looks over parents and kids. Like, I don't know what's it called in English.
It's a place for parents and kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
from the government, right?
Yeah, from the government.
Okay.
So if you're a very shitty parent, they will take your kids away, something like that.
Okay.
And you could go there and say, hey, I need some help. Then they could give you someone that comes once a week or something.
Yeah.
But it's also something many people are afraid of, because if they come to help for you, they can look at the whole life. And if they could say something like, oh yeah, this kid is not in a good place now here and it needs to go, or something like that. So many people are afraid to seek for help also. I mean, I'm not afraid of that, but I have like a very good supportive net already with my parents and my siblings who are very involved with my kid. That's a good thing. And I also have the father. He has like 2 days a week, where he has a kid.
Okay.
So that's also very good for me.
Okay. Wow. So you can ask for help. There's a chance that they take your kid away.
So like, if you ask for help, you're in the record, right? Like, that's something that people are afraid of.
Being in the record.
Yeah.
Because once you're in the record, they know who you are.
They write the things down, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds scary.
Yeah.
Because now that you're in the record, if they can just come and check, and then if there's anything that they don't like, just take your kid away.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that easy, and usually the Jugendamt is not trying to take kids away. Like, they always search for other ways, but I think it's just a fear every parent has. I don't know.
Wasn't that a thing during Second World War? They would just take the young German boys away for the camps. Have you seen Jojo Rabbit?
No.
No? So it's all about that. It's an American movie from, I think, Taika Waititi, and he plays Hitler. And he's an imaginary friend of this little boy who is fanatic. He loves Hitler. He's just like, Hitler is my superhero. But it's a comedy. It's a satire. The movie. They make it funny. It sounds like heavy, but it's not. It's super fun. There's some sad moments, but anyway,
I need to watch it.
It's really good, especially if you're German. I was like shocked on how good the movie was made. Like they addressed this super heavy theme in a way, like in a very touching and light-hearted way. I think it's really good. If I'm not mistaken, they even won an Oscar for it or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
I think I never heard about it. I don't know.
No, Jojo Rabbit.
Okay.
It's really good. And what I was talking about. So one of the things of the movie is that they take little boys away from their parents to go to the Nazi summer camp where they learn to hate Jews. Yeah. And just
brainwash them.
Basically. And they had, like, in the movie, I'm sure they dramatized for the movie. There's like, oh, it's the burning book night. Let's all burn our books. Yay! Okay. And all the kids get super excited. And
kids are always happy if they can destroy something. So I think that's relatable.
Yeah. And the next day, like, let's throw some grenades, you know?
That escalated very quickly.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, maybe this whole thing of the German government taking kids away nowadays, it's a cultural thing.
I think the fear is also sitting very deeply, because have you ever heard of the DDR?
Deutsche Demokratische Republik.
Yeah, they also had like there are some documentaries about it when women gave birth to kids and they told them the kid is dead, but they wouldn't. dead.
Dead.
They wouldn't see the kid after birth. Like they immediately bring it away and would say the kid is dead. You can't see it. So like we already buried it or something. And they gave these kids for adoption to other parents who would pay money for the kids. Not in the DDR, I think. I think they sold them to other countries. I think many got to Spain, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe that was another scandal which I
For mixing up this.
mixing up, yeah. But like they basically sold babies.
What? The Germans.
Yeah, in the DDR. Maybe I'm mixing things up, but it's there are documentaries about DDR and babies taken away from the parents in the hospital, and they see like they never saw the baby. They immediately brought them away.
And was purely monetary reasons. They just needed money, or there was like a neutrally motive behind it.
I don't know if like they also brainwashed the kids or something. Maybe they gave it like to high people. I don't know. There was some crazy shit going on. I don't know.
Germany never ceases to surprise me.
Germany is crazy.
I didn't say it.
But it's like that.
Wasn't I think in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken, they would kill babies who were born with any type of disease. Like
that was also a thing in World War II.
I think Down syndrome, if I'm not mistaken. There's no guys. Don't quote on anything here. I'm not sure if I have the facts right, but I heard someone told me that there's no babies with Down syndrome. There's no one with Down syndrome in Sweden because they just kill the babies.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Like in World War II, they also like killed many disabled people, right? And they also sterilized many people, like not only Jews, because they wouldn't want them to reproduce, but they also like sterilized like people with disabilities. I think.
Where in Germany?
Yeah, in the World War II.
In the World War II.
And the concentration camps. Yeah.
Man, I saw this documentary some days ago on how the World War II and the concentration camps in Germany and Poland were all funded by American dollars.
Oh God.
Have you heard about that?
No, I never heard about it, but I'm not surprised.
It was all business.
Yeah.
The Second World War was founded by the US. Like Hitler got all. People don't ask themselves where Hitler got all his money. Where all this money came from?
Yeah.
From the US.
I mean, he was in prison before, right? So.
Yeah. And that's all I remember about the documentary. There's much more to it, but it's basically framing how, like all the railroads that brought the Jews to the concentration camps, all the concentration camps, all the war was founded by a few American men. I don't remember the names. Rockefeller, like you're gonna find some similar names there.
I mean, many people got to America after the war, right? Many Nazis, yeah.
In Argentina.
In Argentina,
Yeah,
I think
Hitler
in
went to
Paraguay, but
Argentina,
also many people. Hitler? I think he died here in Germany.
Watch full episodes of the BRUCAST on the main YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BrewFrasca.